Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. It is Thursday, June. I don't know why I was going to say January. June 26th, 2025. How you all doing this morning? I'm doing all right. I videotaped a video yesterday for you all, and it just took forever for it to load. It took forever for it to load. So I don't know. Once it loads, I'll post it. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It takes them forever to upload. It takes them forever to upload videos on YouTube sometimes. I don't know why. But nevertheless, it is Thursday. It is Throwback Thursday. It is already hot out here. It's 81 degrees. And I'm already pissed off and in the mood. They pissed me off yesterday. As soon as I got back over here, pissed me off. I hate for people to bullshit and lie to me. You know, I hate for people to act like they are oblivious to things that they know. Things that they know to be true. I don't like that. I just don't. I don't like that. I don't like it. So, with that being said, I'm kind of like in a little funky mood. And when I go up in here, I probably won't be real, jovial and friendly. Because I don't like for people, I don't like bullshitters, and I don't like for people to act like, I didn't do something when I know I did. Especially when I call you and tell you that I'm sending you something, and then you want to act like you didn't get it, and then you have the big boss call me. I didn't like that. I ain't like that. So this place, I can't wait to get them out of here. I don't know when, but I can't stand it here. I can't stand it here. So of course, I've been wearing my just regular pants, right? Oh, you can't wear those. You gotta wear blue, you gotta put on blue jeans. I got on these hot ass blue jeans, and it's gonna be well up into the 90s today. So I got a plan for that too. Anyway, it's Throwback Thursday. So if you have a throwback memory, write it here in the comment section. For those of you all that are new here for the very, very first time, and you don't know what we do over here Monday through Friday, we have different days that we do different things. So like on Tuesday, we do Truthful Tuesday. We talk about something that we tell a truth. Of something that we want to get off of our chest. On Thursday, we do Throwback Thursday. And with Throwback Thursday, what I normally do is that I normally post a picture on my post tab. But because you can't post pictures here on YouTube like you can on Facebook, I always ask people to tell me a throwback memory, whether it was good, bad, or not, or both, So that's what we do on Thursday. And then Friday, we just party. We just party, because it's the end of the week. And then on Saturday, we shop. And I show something that I've bought on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we do some type of fashion haul, if there's one available to do. So that's what we do. So we have a lot of fun over here. Of course, you all know that I go live. I'm going to try to go live 2 days 2 days out of the week. I'm going to try to go live. And one of the reasons why I was driving one day going live is because It's because I knew that if I drove, I mean, not if I drove home, I would have more time to go live. So that's why I went live driving. So yeah, I may do that again. I may not. I got sick of the comments in the thread about you live and you driving. Can't you get a ticket for that? And anyway, those people were in there. So I don't know. But I do plan to go live at least come on twice a week or 3 times a week in addition to these videos, because it has really increased my subscriber count. People are subscribing, and it has increased my views and my watch time hours. So that is really helping my channel out, because I was just stuck at like 17,600. Now I'm at 17,882 or 885 or something like that. So I'm trying really hard to get to 20,000 by January of 2026. That's the goal. I've been on YouTube now for 3 years, and YouTube is one of the hardest platforms to grow, because you can either blow up on YouTube, or it can be stagnant. Some people have been on YouTube for 4 and 5 years and still don't have 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch time hours. So with that being said, it's a very, very difficult platform to be on, because it's hard to get people to subscribe. It's hard to get people to watch. And so you have to have something that catches people for them to want to. Come on, yo. What are you doing? How long does it take for you to get over these damn tracks? God damn. She moving down the road like a fucking snail. Anyway, I'm sorry. Some people just need to take the fucking bus or walk. I promise you would have thought that she was an 18-wheeler going over these train tracks the way she was driving. I mean, barely moving. See, you can drive too slow and cause an accident, and you can drive too fast and cause an accident. That's why I blew at her. What are you doing? She's stopping. What are you fucking, you ain't never seen train tracks before? You ain't never seen railroad tracks? What are you doing, staring at these motherfuckers? Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. Anywho, I guess she was looking down at him like, oh, should I go across them? Should I go? Girl, if you don't go across these goddamn tracks, I promise you, bust you upside your damn head. I be wanting to give a ticket to people for people obstructing traffic, watching shit, not driving, not moving. Dumbest shit ever. Now she's still poking around. Oh, this bitch. Snap the fuck off. I know he gonna drive slow in this SCR van, but this motherfucker back here, she just anyway, y'all. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? Oh, I was talking about YouTube. So YouTube is one of the hardest platforms to grow, to get people to come aboard. You know what I mean? So it's hard. It's hard. I think people get bored with your content. If you're not doing the same thing that they like, that's you can tell people that what people like people love my lingerie hauls. Those hauls always do really, really well, but unfortunately the way in which people want me to do them, I can't. So therefore my channel just started, it wasn't growing, so it's stuff like that can cause your YouTube channel to kind of like stay like in a holding pattern, because people like certain things. And so when you don't do those things or those certain things, then you know what I'm saying, then you won't grow, because people like a certain thing. Like if you're a person who is on here and you always showing gadgets, if you deviate from that, people won't watch. Like these videos have gotten better in views, but I would love to see, which I had one video like this when I was talking about black women are mean. See, and it's catchy little titles like that will get people to watch. That video got over 1,000 views. But most times these videos get between 200 to 400 views. So they've gotten to 400, 500. So they have increased. But YouTube is very difficult. It's a very, very difficult it's a very difficult platform. It's difficult, So with that being said, I appreciate those of you that are here and are interested in Cece's Fashion is my passion. I appreciate you very, very, very much, and I appreciate all the new subbies that are here. And I hope that you'll stick around, and I hope that you'll stay. I've gotten rid of a lot of people, and a lot of people have left. And those people that have left have been those people that have been in their feelings about something that I said or something that I would not do, or again, men trying to holler, men trying to talk, men trying, that kind of thing. And so I touched on that a little bit yesterday, talking about the young man or whoever he is. I know that it was a man. And I talked about that, how the man was on here talking about, I've been watching her for a long time and I just can't take it no more. And I got to sit, And I said yesterday, and I'm going to say again, and this proves my point of what I said yesterday that you'll see at some point. Just what happened yesterday at work. I'm gonna say it again. I hate men. Now you can take that whatever way you want to take it, okay? But I hate. I'm gonna say this. I hate the behavior of men. I just can't stand y'all. I'm sorry. I just cannot. And it's not because I'm anti-man, or I'm a lesbian, or I like women more than I like, because women can be some real itches too. So it's not that. It's just that, I don't know how to put it into words. I have to come back to that. But I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So it's just some things that I'm irritated about, not just with my job, but with the way men just move, period, even on this platform. I don't know. And that's one of the reasons why I have really I haven't made my total decision, but I think I have made my decision about OnlyFans. I just haven't announced it over there yet, because I'm still on the fence and still thinking about it. But that's one of the reasons why I don't want to do because of just what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Something else I want to talk to you all about. I thought that there was an interesting question that was brought up on the live. The last time I was live, somebody asked two different questions. And one question was, which I thought this was a good video, a good subject to talk about on a video. The person said, what did I think about a person cheating on their spouse? Do you think that a person that cheats, that a man that cheats on his wife, that he can still really love her? So let me say this about that. When you really love someone, I don't care if it's your dog, your cat, your goldfish, your snake, the roach, the flea, the fly in the house, your garden, your flowers, your house, your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your children, when your friend, a friend. Now you decide to get over here. You drove like a snail all the way here. Stupid ass. Still driving. He holding up traffic. But he gets over here in this lane. You in the fast. When you really love someone, when you really love someone, when you really, really love someone, you just don't, you wouldn't hurt someone or something that you really love, you know. And I gave the analogy because I have to talk to men on their level, and I gave the analogy about how men love their cars, right? And how men are really into their cars, and how they'll be out there wiping on their car. And you know, they won't even park next to other cars because they don't want their cars dented up, dinged up, and all of that. They love their car. And so I use that because when you're a man and you really love a woman, you are not willing to lose everything as well as her by cheating on her with someone. Because see, cheating is, the thing about cheating is that it's the fact that you all made a commitment to one another, to be true to one another in marriage. And once you stand before man and God, or God and man, and take those vows and take that oath to what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Once you stood before God, between God and man, and you took those vows to be true to one another, and you've made, the word I'm looking for is, and you made that commitment. You've made that commitment between the two of you. You've made that commitment between the two of you, that you would become one, and that everybody else outside of your covenant, that's another word. Marriage is a covenant. It's a covenant. And if you don't know what a covenant means, go look it up. Covenant means a promise. A covenant means that's a bond. That's supposed to be a solid bond between you and that person, you and your mate, you and your spouse. So when you go outside of that and you bring, because what people don't understand is that whether you believe it or not, spirits match spirits. And what I mean by that is that you can have a very pleasant home and step outside of that home and sleep with someone else, and now you have brought that person's spirit. Come on. You see, it's a stop sign here. You see, I gotta stop. She's taking forever. She's like, oh, come on, girl. Y'all, I'm just irritated with people. But once you step out of that and you have sex with another person, you then take that person's spirit and you take that out of you. Now you've connected with this spirit. Now you're gonna take this spirit back home. You taking this spirit back home to your significant other. And so this is why it's always chaos when infidelity happens. This is why it's always anger, not because of the fact that you betrayed the person that you were supposed to be true to, but you also now have aligned your spirit with another spirit, and you've brought that spirit into your home. You understand what I'm saying? I hope people understand what I'm saying. So you have to be really careful. You have to be really careful about what you do and how you do it, because it lines up with your spirit, man. Foot is hurting this morning. Man, my foot is hurting. I'll be right back. Let me go punch. See if my hand will work, and then I'll come back and finish talking about this. Oh. Oh well. Hand didn't work again, so much for that. So, you know, when you take that vow between like I said, between shit fell apart here. Between God and man, that's you have promised to be true to someone. And when you break that, it's sometimes hard for people to come back from that. I'm not saying that you can't. You can. But I think for a lot of people, I personally don't understand this, okay? But I think for a lot of people, and particularly men, it's hard for them to be faithful to one person forever and ever and ever and ever. I'm going to say this, and some of you all will agree. Most of you men probably will come at me and disagree, but you know, I don't care. I don't tiptoe around you just because you're a man and because I'm intimidated by a man. I'm not ever intimidated by a man at all. I have very little respect for most of you all, so I don't really care what you think of me personally. But I have said this before and I'll say it again. A lot of men don't marry for love or marry because they're in love. A lot of men marry because of how it's going to benefit their life. How is life going to be easier for me? A lot of men marry because they need help financially. A lot of men want to get married because they know that they're not healthy and they want a nurse and a purse. They want a nurse to take care of them, a wife to be there to take care of them, and they want a wife's finances to help them pay the bills. Perfect example. I was watching a TikTok video yesterday, and this woman said that a guy asked her when they went out on a date. He asked her, what do you bring to the table? And I'm gonna talk about this in the live. Anytime a man asks you, what do you bring to the table? That's a man that you need to not have any more contact with. Women, we do not take care of men. I have said this before and I'm gonna say it again. We are a helpmate. And a helpmate means many, many, many different things, okay? And I can break that down in another video, what a helpmate is. We are not providers. We are not protectors. So when a man asks me, what can I bring to the table? Nothing. Because I am the table. I am the whole table. I'm the bench, the picnic table. I'm the dining room table. I'm the kitchen table. I'm the table in the bedroom. I'm all of that. I am the table. I bring nothing. I bring nothing. That is not my role, and that is not what God designed for me as a woman to be to you as a man. That's not what he designed. The Bible says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. And he, meaning the man, he will receive favor from God. Now, I can break that down too. But I'm the good thing because I got the good thing. I got the good thing that you like. I got the good thing that you're willing to jump off this building for and die for. I am the good thing. I've said this before and I'm going to say this again. There is no way that a man is going to chase me. Chase me. Trying to take me out. And then I go pick him up. Then I pay for the date. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's not happening. That's not happening. I'm not going to help you date me. And then I'm not going to turn around and, I'm sorry, I was distracted. I was watching this gal walk across. I thought he was getting ready to come over here. And so I was thinking about what I was going to say to anyway, but he went on. He walked on. But he's a friend of mine. But anyway, I'm not going to have a man chase me and then I pay for the date, then I come pick you up. I'm not going to do that. I am the type of woman that when I love you, and I'll go to the end of the earth for you. I'm going to make sure you are taken care of. I'm going to make sure that if you sick, if you're not sick. When I was with my friend, we had our all-class picnic. And so one of my friends was making the t-shirts for my class, right? And so I had called him up and I said, you want a t-shirt? And I told him what the t-shirt was. I said, what you want on the back of it? So he told me what he wanted on the back of what he wanted on the back of it. I bought the t-shirt. I never asked him for the money for the t-shirt back. That was something I was just doing it for him because I cared about him. I went to Myrtle Beach. I bought him a souvenir bag. I bought him back a hat and a shirt. He wasn't expecting that when he came over after I came back. When he came, where you going? Hold on, y'all. Where you going?
I just cussed fucking Mark out. I tried to walk away. Oh, privilege. So you're a privileged motherfucker. I was like, yeah, you don't come in and just push shit out here, and I don't go down to your area and disrespect. That's disrespectful, man. But I got your punk ass. Told him like that. Fuck these motherfuckers. Like, yo, privileged ass motherfuckers.
I knew something was going on because he had walked back here twice. See, this place will make you snap. This place will make you snap. I'm gonna have to talk to him when he come back. So, like I told you all, that he would be in pain and I would, rub him down, and I bought him all types of pain medication creams, all kinds of stuff, because I cared about him. I can't tell you how many times I knew he was coming over. I'm not a person who cook like that. So if I knew that I was going, I would make sure that Chris was good. Like he was, I was getting Chris some food, me and Chris some food. I would text him, hey baby, I know you coming over. Are you hungry? You want me to bring you something to eat? A couple of times he took me to these, this really, really nice, like hotel. It was kind of like a resort kind of that we have 3 of them here in Chicago. They're real nice. So 3 times he paid for the room. The 4th time I paid. So a couple of times, I think maybe 1 or 2 times I was on my way there and I was like, hey, I I got to stop and get Chris something to eat before I meet up with you. I said, we're going to Culver's. This is one particular time. I said, you want some food? This is when I had it like that, when I had the money to do this, right? And so he said, yeah. Another time he was coming over, I was stopping at a seafood place to get me some seafood. So I called him or texted him and said, hey, baby, I'm getting me some food. You want something? He's like, yeah. So I took him, some food. And I took him some food. And when he came over to come over, he did say, let me pay you back for the food. Let me Zelle you the money so I can pay you for the seafood. Because you all know seafood is not cheap. So I said, no, that's okay. He said, you sure? I said, no, it's all right. I said, I got you. I got it. He was like, you sure? He asked me about 3 times. And I said, I got it. It's all right. It's all right. I said, you don't have to pay me back. It's cool. Then another time we ordered Uber Eats. This was when I was in an apartment. He paid for that. When we first started out, he took me out like 3 or 4 times or whatever before, whatever. Like I said, I've known him since I was 14 years old. So this is not somebody that was he wasn't a new person to me, but he was a new person to me because I had to get to know him because I hadn't seen him in years. So I didn't know what type of person or man he was, only from what I knew, from high school and from what had happened with us before. So anyway, so my point is that I was always thinking of him, right? I was always thinking about him. I was always like, especially when he would tell me how much pain he was in. And I knew he was coming over. So I would buy him different things, like the Tylenol stuff, the Aleve. I would tell him, do this or that. He has when he and I first started dealing with each other, he had eczema. So my friend had this gold soap from Melaleuca, and it's specifically for eczema. So I asked my mom, could I have a couple of bars of soap? So I gave him the soap. I said, here. I said, use this soap. I said, you can still use your regular stuff. I said, but use it. He used it. His skin cleared up. At first he wouldn't use it. I kept on saying, every time he kept on coming over, I kept on saying, are you using the soap? And he was like, not like I should. And I said, I'm telling you, if you use it, it's gonna clear it up. So he started using it, and I started seeing on his skin was looking different. Because he scratches a lot. He would scratch a lot. And eczema makes you, it is itchy. And he had blotches like on his arm. He's got real hairy arms anyway. And so I told him, I said, use the soap. So he used it. He kept using it. And like within a matter of weeks or whatever, he was like, look, I don't have a rash no more. I was like, duh. So it was little things like that. I would see things and I would just do them. I would just do things, I would just, it wasn't like they were like huge things or whatever. But what I'm saying is that when you love a person, when you care about a person, you'll go the extra mile for that person because you love them, because you care about them. You know what I'm saying? And when I love you, and when I care about you, I'm not interested in no other man. This the right one? This ain't the right one. This one darker. When I love you and I like you, I'm not interested in nobody else. I'm all in for you. I see other men that I think is handsome, attractive, all of that, But they ain't got my nose like you do, baby. They ain't got my nose like you do. Yeah, that's the right one. And that's what I mean about, so to answer that question about, can you really love your wife? I would have to be honest and say you don't. I'm just being honest, because you can't stand in my face and tell me that you really love me, but you also, let me tell you something. When you really love somebody, you ain't gonna do a damn thing to hurt them. You just not. You just not. When I really love you, when you are my friend, when you are my girl, if you are, listen, I'm just going to use Meadow Shrub as an example. I've never met this young man. And when Meadow Shrub gets into a relationship with a woman, whenever he gets into a serious relationship with a woman, I already told him, she better not hurt him. Because I will be on the plane wherever he at and beat her down. Because he's a genuinely nice young man. You understand what I'm saying? And it's hard to find somebody that is genuine these days. And to be as young as he is, he's very genuine. And so, but see, the problem, the issue with being genuine is that people tend to want to take advantage of your generosity. And I pray that Meadow finds a woman, a young woman that is loving and loves him just completely the way in which he deserves to be loved. I don't think he's dating anybody now, but what I'm saying is that I'm a very genuine type of person. And so when you're very genuine, people take advantage of your generosity. They just do. When people know that you really like them, sometimes people play on that. And it's sad. And what happens is, and I'm praying that this never happens with Meadow or any of you all that are this way. What happens is that when you continue to be this type of person that you are, and you continue to get burned and hurt, and that's why I said I hope he never does get hurt. Well, I'm just gonna put it like this. Everybody goes through and experiences some type of heartbreak. Now, he probably already has experienced it. I don't know. I don't know if he has or he hasn't. But my son is 17 and he's already experienced heartbreak from a girl. Okay. One in particular that he really, really liked when he was young. She really, really broke his heart. I mean, really. So I don't know if Meadow has experienced heartbreak or not. But most times, and this is just the real truth, all of us have experienced some type of heartbreak. It's the worst feeling in the world. It's the worst pain in the world. It's the worst type of hurt. And so when this person said the other day that I was unhealed, I thought about that after I had did the video from yesterday. And so what I want to say about that, you're right. I'm not healed. Not just from this particular person, but just from every person that has did me wrong. And that's not just men folk that I've been in a relationship with. It's just people that I've put my trust in, people that I have loved, people that I have considered my friend, and come to find out that they not. All of that hurts. You know, I have had girlfriends that I have been friends with that have hurt me. And I'm not a lesbian. I've never had slept with them or had no type of relationship with them other than us being good girlfriends. But they've done things that made me cry because I love them like a sister. This is my girl. This is my homie. You know, we tight. You know what I'm saying? So heartbreak is real. Heartbreak is horrible. Heartbreak will make you almost seriously want to unalive yourself because it hurts that bad. You have to catch yourself. You have to bring yourself back. You have to bring yourself back and say, don't go there. Darnell hurt me. After I had, got close with him, had started to really like him, I accepted him for all the things that he didn't have. He didn't have a car. He lived in a basement apartment that I personally felt like he could have did better at the age that he was. Like, why you don't have a house? Why you don't have a home? Why are you living down here in somebody else's apartment building? You don't even have a shower. You got this old tub. You don't have a stove in the kitchen. There was a lot of little things that I saw about him that I just did not understand, how he didn't want better for himself at the age that he was, why he didn't have more. But after I accepted him for the things that he didn't have and the things that I felt were beneath me, so I said, okay, he's a nice guy. We have a good time. We laugh. We can talk on the phone. We would talk on the phone for hours. I mean, we would just roll. We had so many things in common. And we just clicked, right? So after I had got past all of that, after I had really, really started to like him and connect with him and gel with him and was vibing with him, he throws the bombshell on me in a text and tells me, can we just be friends? That hurt me so badly. And because I let my emotions override what I was feeling, when I look back on it now, I wish I had never said anything to him and just had dealt with my hurt and just kept moving. Because even after that, I gave Darnell several chances and he fucked up. And so each time he would come back, and I would allow him to come back, it was worse than the time before. So I'm going to say this. The minute a person does, if you say to me, what do I bring to the table? I'm not interested in you. You're not the type of man that I want. If you say to me as a woman and you are a man, what can you bring to the table? I'm done. I had a man one time where we were just talking. We met on a dating site. And we were talking back and forth in the messenger. And he says, well, so what's your financial status like? Or what's your I can't remember the question, but it was something about finances. I wrote back to him, you take care. And he came back with, what does that mean? To this day, I've never responded. He has sent me several messages asking me or talking to me about, talking to me, trying to get me to talk to him. Not only was it a turnoff, we're not talking about finances. We're not talking about any of that. I'm trying to get to know you. You're trying to get to know me. Whatever my finances are shouldn't be your concern right now, and vice versa. I told you I work. I told you what I do for a living. You told me what you've done for a living. That's it. So I already knew, oh, this is a motherfucker who want me to help him. I'm not doing that. See, I'm not going to be, I want to be the soft spot in your heart. I want you to make sure that I'm good. And if I can't be the soft spot in your heart, then I can't be nothing for you. And when I got to do everything like we two men in business, nah, no thank you. No thank you. It's nice knowing you. Take care. Oh, and honey, he tried. He kept contacting me. I never answered. Same way with this other guy who took me out on the date and he was cheap. I would like to see you again. You'll never see me again, partner. You'll never see me again. You act cheap like you don't want to spend a dime on me, you'll never see me again. You chased me. See, that's why I tell women all the time, be careful about approaching men, because you give off desperation. You give off, let me tell you something, a man picks up on your energy. He know when you like him. He know when you like him. He know when you interested. It's how you move. Ladies, you got to move smooth. You move smooth. But you never move in a way that you let a man know that you really, really like him. I don't care if you really, really do like him. He don't need to know that. A man should never know what your heart is doing. He should never know. You should never tell a man that you love him first. You should never tell a man, I'm in love with you first. That's what he's supposed to do. You're supposed to be the soft spot in his heart. And if you can't be the soft spot in his heart, that's a man that you need to walk away from. Because if I got to do everything like a man, I got to do everything on the same level, I can stay over here. See, because I'm the soft spot in my heart. So if I'm the soft spot in my heart, I got to be the soft spot in yours. You got to be willing to go be over and beyond for me. You got to. And if you can't and you're not willing, it's okay. Because it's nothing for us to argue about. It's just time for me to go this way. I don't care how good the sex is. Because see, I can still bump and grind with you, but now you in a different category. And see, now we bump and grind when I want to bump and grind. We don't bump and grind because you want to, you feeling musical and you want to bump and grind. No. I'll call you when I want to bump and grind. And now the whole dynamic of this has changed. The whole dynamic of it has changed. So what I'm going to say to you all is that you can't say you really love somebody that you cheating on. You just can't. You just can't. I don't believe you, because see, when you really, really love me, you're going to make sure that you don't do nothing to lose me. And if you're willing to do something, if you're willing to compromise or lose me, you don't really, really love me. You don't really, really love me. You can't tell me you really, really love me. Because the things and people that you really, really love, you take care of. I really, really love these earrings. I be wiping them off, rubbing them off. When I thought I had lost this one, now I take it off to make sure that this is pressed in. I was having a fit. Yeah, things can be replaced. Sometimes. People say, oh, things can be replaced. Not all things. Some things are monumental. Some things are precious. Some things can't be replaced. We definitely know a person can't be replaced. And it's just like, I go back to what I said the other day, like with my friend. You know, I believe that he felt what I felt. But he wants to keep running. He wants to keep running. I don't want a relationship. I don't want a relationship. I don't. Da, 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 da. But I know what you did when you was with me. And I know that it was more than just the intimate part of it, the sex part of it. But keep running. Darnell, same thing. I bet you any amount of money, whoever he with, yeah, it ain't CC. Because I know how I made them feel. Same way with that one. It ain't me. And I told him that. I said, you will never find another me. Yeah, you all get with other women because that's what you all do. But you always remember the one who made you feel the way you felt. I'm just saying. So, ladies, I've said this before and I'll say it again. It makes no sense to give a man something that he's willing to die for free. Y'all like my little fanny pack? I have been looking for this fanny pack. I got it from Dee Dee's discount store, and it's big. It holds a lot. And I have been looking for it and finally found it. It's got a back pocket. It has a pocket here. All my stuff is down in here. And then it has a pocket here. And then a pocket here. And then it straps around the waist. This fanny pack is big. Big fanny pack. Put all my stuff down in here. I sure can. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here. I've been on here long enough. I thank you all for watching another video. I plan to come live today. I don't know. I'm gonna see what I can do. But you all have a wonderful, beautiful day. Happy Throwback Thursday. We got one more day, y'all. It is Friday. It's Friday, baby. We gon' party till the break of dawn. Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday, baby. Hey, we gon' party till the break of dawn. I'm gonna play the song tomorrow. My cousin sent me the link to the song because she said I always sing it on here. Shout out to my cousin in Wilmington, Delaware. And I'm gonna play it tomorrow morning before I go to work. Before we get in this car, I'm gonna play it, baby, and I'm gonna upload it. And I know I'm gonna get a copyright, but I'm gonna upload it anyway. And it's gonna be Friday. So you all have a good, blessed, wonderful day. Don't let nobody steal your peace, and don't you go stealing theirs either. All right, have a great day. Love you much. Bye.